Oh, there we go. Okay, nice. Oh, pressure's on now.
I'm gonna use notes because this is literally the first time I've done it. The goal is I'm just gonna go through everything, just beginning to end. I'm gonna refer to the notes a lot. All right, so everyone claps. Woo, woo, time for Ian to come up. All right. You know, I shouldn't be so tough on Yale. I mean, we do have a lot in common with them, in fact. I mean, we all did get into Yale, so at least we have that in common. So the deal is it's 1 hour until the show. And right now, I'm gonna do a practice run. So this week I did my first comedy show. And if it's taught me anything, it's that there is no greater motivator than the fear of embarrassment in front of a large crowd of people. So I was at brunch with my friends when I got this message. Hey Ian, hope you're well. Would you be interested in performing a stand-up comedy set at the upcoming Harvard Club of San Francisco Winter Comedy Show on March 9th? The reason was I went to the prior show and I went with a friend and we thought it was funny. And I was joking to him that I could do a good job if I went up there myself. And so he said, hey, how about you go talk to the organizer? So I did. I went and I talked to the organizer. I said I might be interested in a future show. So then she follows up 8 months later and here we are. Keep in mind, this was 7 days before the actual show. So everything was running through my mind. What if I go up there and just like totally bomb? No one laughs at a single thing I say. What if, I say something I actually don't agree with and I get canceled or something? Like, what if I just don't have enough time to actually prep and like do a good job with work and it just stresses me out so much and it's just not even worth it. So I thought about all these things, then I signed up. Important delivery here. Just got the comedy Bible. It was the recommended reading by the organizer of the comedy event on Sunday. And so I got my reading cut out for me. This is the second day of preparing my comedy set. I'm just gonna try to go through the whole thing with no breaks. So I was so nervous, and whenever you're nervous about something, I've found in the past that it's really helpful to get accountability. So in this case, it was the Sunday. I knew I wanted to have my set ready by the Thursday, so I'd have 3 days after it's being in draft form. So anyways, I went on to LinkedIn and I asked who's available at 8 p.m. on Thursday night for me to practice my set.
We're good to go? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Let's start the time. I had one of my roommates named Rosan. He was an international student. He used to be part of the International Students Club, and he would. One year I loved it. They in the International Students Association they created this shirt, and it said, "In my country, no one's heard of Yale."
A quick disclaimer to say I know it's very pretentious to make fun of Yale, but I will remind you this was a Harvard stand-up comedy night, and Yale is of course the rival, and honestly, I don't lose any sleep worrying about Yale grads. Anyways, this is the final test before the show. I just want to see if the mic is working. And next up we have Ian, who's gonna go. I'm just going to the venue right now. I'm very nervous, and this is the moment where the practice becomes worth it or not worth it, right? This is the moment where you're up there and you feel that preparedness or you don't. I feel like this is all gonna be okay. It's only 5 minutes. How bad could it be? I'm not a comedian. It's just for fun. So I'm trying to remind myself. Yeah. Oh my God, there's so many people here. Did you see all those people?
Let's give a hand to Ian McLennan.
Hey everyone. One of my roommates, actually my other roommate is over here, but our other roommate, he was an international student, and they had the best shirt one of my years. They had a shirt that said, "In my country, no one's heard of Yale." Which I think is honest. I think that's fair.
A final thing to add here, but if you were gonna do a comedy show, you may have the same question that I did. Who would show up to your set? Who might help you practice? I don't take for granted the friends that did show up for me this time around. Showing up is very powerful, and I'm very grateful.
It's a video.
It's a video.
Wow, cheers.
Cheers.
This is the first comedy set.
The start of a big career.
Maybe not.
Woo! So I feel so good after the set. I guess what felt really good is just the, you don't understand what it's gonna be like until you actually do it. And you don't understand how it was less intimidating of a crowd and of a scene than I thought it was gonna be. Mainly just because it wasn't so big and it wasn't so unfamiliar or so scary. This was episode 11 of my series called 27 in San Francisco. See you next week.